Hey guys, we are back with chapter 6 called Tingling of our Junie Jones and her big fat mouth. We left off and Junie was ready to tell us all what she was going to be for job day. I couldn't sleep for the whole weekend. That's because I had tingling excitement about job day and my brain wouldn't settle down. And so on Monday, I zoomed to the bus stop very fast. "Look, Mr. Wu," I said to my bus driver, "look what I'm wearing today." Then I opened my jacket and I showed him my clothes. "See, it's nice pants and dangly keys and a paintbrush. Except for, I can't tell you what I am because it's my special secret." Then I plopped down in my seat and me and Mr. Wu drove to the next corner. That's where my bestest friend Grace got on. She was wearing Mickey Mouse ears and a dress with red and white polka dots on it. "Grace," I said, very smiling, "you look very beautiful in that dotty thing." "I know it," she said. "That's because I changed my mind about who I'm going to be when I grow up. Now I'm going to be Minnie Mouse instead of Mickey Mouse." Then I stopped smiling and my stomach felt very sickish inside. Because I was getting very nervous for my friends to see what I was going to be for job day. After that, the bus stopped again, and William got on. He was wearing a Superman outfit, except he had a W on the front, and not the letter S. "The W stands for William," he said to Mr. Wu. "Does that mean you can fly?" asked Mr. Wu. Then William grinned very big, and he held out his arms, and he jumped way high in the air, except for he didn't fly, and so he just sat down. After that, other kids got on the bus too. So here's their job day outfits. And Roger had on keys just like me, and also plastic handcuffs. And Charlotte was wearing a red paint apron with some watercolors in the pocket. And that mean Jim was wearing a white bathrobe. "Hey, I've got a bathrobe just like that, Jim," I said, very friendly. "It's not a bathrobe, Junie B," he said. "I'm a kung fu karate guy." "Jim is a kung fu karate guy," I said to Grace, "except he just got out of the bathtub." Then me and her laughed and laughed, because that was a funny joke, of course. And job day was going to be the funnest day in the whole wide world. Wow, that chapter was super short, and we still don't know what Junie B is. Maybe we could read one more tonight. What do you think? Chapter 7, Jobs and Jobs. When I got off the bus, I zoomed to room 9 because I wanted job day to get started very quick. Only first we had to take attendance, and then we had to say, "I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands," except I don't know what that story is even talking about. And then finally, Mrs. clapped her loud hands together, and guess what? Job day started, that's what. "Boys and girls, you all look wonderful in your outfits," Mrs. said. "I can't wait to learn what all of you want to be when you grow up. Who would like to go first?" I would, I yelled out. Only then my bestest friend Lucille raised her hand very polite, and she got to go first. Lucille looked like the most beautifulest thing I've ever seen. She was wearing a new dress that her Nana bought for her. It was the color of pink velvet. Also, she had on shiny pink shoes and socks with bows and lace on them. Lucille's Nana is loaded, I think. Lucille went to the front of the room. She reached into a little bag and pulled out a sparkling crown with jewels on it. Then all of room 9 said, "Ooh," except for not the boys. "When I grow up, I'm going to marry a prince, and I'll be a princess, and my name will be Princess Lucille." And then she put her sparkly crown on her head, and she looked like a fairy tale guy. Mrs. smiled. "That's a lovely thought, Lucille," she said. I know, said Lucille. My Nana says if you marry a prince, you're set for life. After that, Lucille said her dress costed $85, and her shoes costed $45, and her lacy socks costed $65 plus tax. Then Mrs. told her to sit down. Ricardo went next. He was wearing a round yellow hat. It was the kind of hat you can bang on. This is called a hard hat, he said. You have to wear it when you're building tall buildings, or else somebody might drop a hammer from way up high, and it could hit you on the head, and it could hurt you. Mrs. smiled. So you're interested in construction, Ricardo? She asked. But Ricardo just kept on talking about other stuff that could fall on your head, like a paint can, and an electric drill, and a lunchbox. Then Mrs. told him to sit down too. That's when William raised his hand, only he was being very bashful, and he wouldn't go to the front of the room. You don't have to be nervous, William, said Mrs. Just tell us what you want to be when you grow up. William covered his face with his hands. Super William, he said very quiet. And then he got out of his seat, and he jumped way up high in the air, only his cape got tangled in his chair, and he crashed into the table. After that, Super William got very sniffly, and Mrs. said we would get back to him later. Then lots of other kids talked about their jobs, like a boy named Clifton is going to be a rich and famous astronaut. A girl named Lily is going to be a rich and famous movie star, and also she wants to direct. And a boy named Ham is going to be a rich and famous boss of a big company, and he taught us how to say the word, "You're fired." And here's the bestest one of all, 'cause a boy named Jamal Hall is going to be the richest and most famous president of the whole United States. Cool, said Ricardo. The other boy said cool too. I did a secret smile. Yeah, only not as cool as my job, I thought to myself. Then I raised my hand very polite, and Mrs. called my name. Ho, boy, I shouted. Ho, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy, because mine is even better than the President of the United States. I zoomed speedy quick to the front of the room. Then my excitement wouldn't stay inside me anymore. A janitor! I'm going to be a janitor! I hollered out. After that, I jingled my jangly keys, and I waved my paintbrush in the air, and I clapped and clapped. Only too bad for me, 'cause nobody clapped back. And here's something even worser. Room 9 started laughing very much, and it was the mean kind. She wants to be a janitor, they yelled. And then they pointed at my brown pants, and they called me the name of stupid, and I didn't know what to do, 'cause I felt very crumbly inside. Poor Junie. So I just kept on standing there, and my eyes got a little bit of wet in them, and my nose started running very much, and that's how come I covered up my face. You're not having courtesy for me, I said real soft. Only just then, Mrs. clapped her angry hands together, and she scolded Room 9. Real a lot. Junie is right. Being a janitor is a very important job. You have to be hardworking, reliable, and very, very trustworthy. I peeked through my fingers. Yeah, and don't forget the part where you have to save people from danger, I said. Then that Jim that I do not like laughed right out loud. Janitors don't save people from danger. You're silly goose, he said. I stamped my foot at him. Yes, they do. They do too, because one time I was eating a dangerous lifesaver, and janitor made me spit it out, and also he brought his flashlight to Room 9, and he saved William from the dangerous dental floss. And then I held up my jingling keys. And see these things? Keys are what janitors use to unlock the bathroom door with, or else we wouldn't even get to go to the toilet. And then I showed him my paintbrush. And janitors paints litter cans too, I said, and painting is the funnest thing that I love. Then Jim did a mean smile. Yeah, well, too bad for you, because you're a girl, and janitors have to be boys, so there. I runded to his table. No, they do not, you meanie head, I said. Girls can be anything boys can be. Right, Mrs.? Right, because I saw that on Sesame Street, and also Oprah. Mrs. did a smile. Then my bestest friend Grace started to clap, and guess what? All of the other girls in Room 9 clapped too. And that's the end of that chapter. So what do you think about that? What do you think about the way Junie B. Jones' classmates were responding to the way that what she wanted to be? Was that good behavior to have? Definitely don't think it was showing her courtesy, and we all know how important our janitors are. In fact, our janitors are still working at school while we're at home. They're doing a lot of great work to keep our school nice and clean and ready for us when we get to go back. And we know that we can be, even if we're a girl, we can be the janitor. We have Miss Pearline and we have Mr. Greg. So boys and girls can both be our janitors. Hope you enjoyed those 2 chapters of Junie B. Jones. I will talk to you all later.